Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the science class. This is the recorded session for the Wednesday, 3:30 p.m. And today we are going to finish our chapter, Solar System. In the last class, we have studied about the new space telescope. And the name of the telescope is James Webb Telescope. It's a similar telescope like a Hubble telescope, which you can see on your textbook. It's a similar kind of telescope, but it's much bigger and upgraded version of the old telescope. We already studied about sun, stars, and planet. I'm just going to a quick recap. We studied about all the planet in detail in our last class. We also studied about the temperature and the climate and why the climate change, why the temperature change because of the earth movement tilting towards at one angle. We studied about the planets and their moons, how many planets are there, how many moons are there. And then there is a dwarf planet. What is a dwarf planet? According to the International Astronomical Union, a dwarf planet is an object that has the following property. The planet which orbits around the sun and is massive enough for its own gravity to pull itself into the round shape and has a other object in its orbit path. Okay, and what are the 5 planets which are known as a dwarf planet is Ceres, Pluto, Haumea, Makemake, and Iris. These are the images of the planet. And now we will study about asteroid. So what are asteroids? Asteroids are the rock pieces that orbit the sun. Some asteroids have their own moons. Most asteroids are found in asteroid belt, which is in between the Mars and Jupiter. The largest object in the asteroid belt is Ceres, which is also known as a dwarf planet. When asteroids collide into each other, small pieces may break off, and those small pieces becomes meteorites. So the basic difference between the asteroid and the meteorites is when the rocks are big enough and they are orbiting the sun, we call it asteroid. And when they collide and they break into small pieces, we call it meteorites. So the shooting star which we see from our Earth are sometimes meteoroid and sometimes there are some other objects. Scientists study near-Earth asteroids, which are asteroids found near the Earth orbit. This is because when asteroids reach the Earth's surface, they can cause disasters such as tidal waves and other things. So they are known as near-Earth asteroids. What happened when the meteorites or meteor or meteorites enters the Earth's surface? Okay, let's know the difference between all these 3 things: meteorites, meteors, and meteorites. Okay, so the meteoroids are pieces of rock that are usually very small than asteroid. The top one is asteroid, then meteoroids, and then comes the meteors, and then comes the meteorites. Okay, when the meteorites come too close to a planet, it is pulled in quickly by the gravity of the planet. As the meteoroid passes quickly through the planet atmosphere, it burns up. due to friction. This burning pieces of rock is called as meteor. A meteor can be seen as a strike of light across the sky. Sometimes meteorites passes through Earth's atmosphere and land on Earth as meteorites. So when there is an asteroid, a big piece of rock is known as asteroid in the space, and that asteroid can orbit the sun. It can be in the orbit near the Earth also. When it's near the Earth, it is pulled by the Earth gravity into the Earth's surface, and that time a small pieces of asteroid, when they collide and they form the small pieces of asteroid, we call it meteoroids. And that is small pieces, when it is start entering the Earth and we see a tail, a tail of the rock like a shooting star, then we call it meteors. And when these meteors reach the Earth's surface after the burning into the atmosphere, because of the friction, these rocks burn and becomes very small. And when it reach to the Earth, we call it meteoroids. When meteoroids hit the Earth's surface, they can make craters. The greater mass of the meteoroid, the bigger the craters it makes. So in the photo here, you can see this is how it will make when they will land on Earth. This is the meteor crater in Arizona, United States of America. What are comets? So this is a comet. We can find comet in our solar system. They are a ball of ice and dust that orbit around the sun. One of the most well-known comet is Halley comet. It takes about 76 years to orbit the sun. It is predicted that Halley comet will enter the inner solar system in 2061. That means after how many years? 41 years. When the comet orbits near the sun, the ice of the comet turns into vapor, causing the comet tails to be seen behind the comet. Okay, so let's do the exercise. We have to circle the right answer. Here are the question. Asteroids are usually dash than meteorites. So what do you think? Asteroids are bigger or smaller? According to me, asteroids are bigger. Let's see the answer. Yes, it's bigger. What about the meteoroids? Meteoroids that land on Earth's surface are called meteors or meteorites. They are very small, so we call it meteoroids. Next question. Pluto is dash. What is it? It's a meteoroid or a dwarf planet? Yes, it's a dwarf planet. The greater the mass of meteoroids, the craters formed when they land on Earth. So, what do you think? It's a bigger or smaller? Yes, it's a bigger. Now let's do the fill in the blanks. Stars are burning balls of dash. I think gases. What do you think? Yes, it's gases. Number 2, the asteroid belt is found between. Yes, we studied just now. The asteroid belt is between the Mars and Jupiter. Okay, number 3, when asteroids hit each other, They may break into small pieces to form meteoroid. Yes, correct. A dash is a small ball of dust and ice that orbit the sun. We just studied. What is it? Comet? Yes, it's a comet. Number 5, a dash and dash orbits around the sun, has a spherical shape, and has an object in its path. Are, I think, dash and dash. There are only two things which orbit the sun, or actually three things which orbit the sun. One is planet, another one is dwarf planet, and another one is asteroids. So I think they talk about two words. So asteroid is one word, planet is one word, but dwarf planet is two words together, right? So it's a dwarf planet. So here is your answers. You can fill in the blanks in your book, and you can submit your homework in the group. Okay, thank you everyone for watching, and that's all for today's class. See you in the next class. Bye-bye. Take care.